Two pods, one bud. Two heads, two pods, one bud. Welcome to Weekend at CHEWIE'S. I'm Arnie Shillman. I'm here as always with Adam Cagley. How are you doing today, Adam?
That's what we should have called it. Oh, two heads, two pods, one bud.
Two heads, two pods, one bud. Two heads, two pods, one bud.
I think we missed an opportunity there.
I think we did. It's Tano Tuesdays. We're not doing a production stream. We're still writing. You can check out the first episode. We haven't even clipped it out yet. We're just moving slow, unfortunately. But here we are. This is more of a content creation. Hopefully, we won't get taken down for what we're doing here. I'm going to keep trying to stop it, etc. But
it's a worthy hill to die on.
This is the trailer. I'm very excited to watch it. I've been reading a bunch of stuff online in the past half hour that says basically it explains a lot more. Is where I first heard about it. So I'm just going to start playing it now. Adam, is there anything you want to say before we see what we're doing and what we're watching?
I'm chubbing. Chubbing.
That's gross. Let's go.
War doesn't have. One must destroy in order to create. We are no Jedi.
Oh
shit!
Oh.
Come on.
Yes, please.
I started hearing whispers.
Yo, wait a second. Do you hear that sound? That song?
Yeah.
What does that remind you of? Does that remind you of anything? It's almost like it's almost like it reminds me of our Ahsoka parody show.
A little bit.
Like cool at all.
You don't
done it?
I say Han. Han always cool. Love. See? Kate. See? I'm cool. I'm cool as hell.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Listen to that theme and then listen. What the? We're tapping in a little bit.
Maybe they're one of our 96 views.
All right, I'm gonna stop stopping it. I'll start back from the top so we can just watch it once.
It's still showing me the Ahsoka tab.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm still looking at cartoon Ahsoka.
Thrawn's return as heir to the Empire.
What happens when we find Thrawn?
Power, such as you've never dreamed.
I've spent most of my life fighting a war. That's why I'm trying to prevent another one. You and I both know who could help you with this.
She's still just as stubborn as ever.
I bet your master found you difficult at times.
Anakin never got to finish. I walked away from him, just like I walked away from Sabine.
You never made things easy for me, Master.
As a Jedi, sometimes you have to make the decision no one else can. But I'm counting on you to see this through.
Sometimes we have to do what's right, regardless of our personal feelings.
Buckle up.
If we don't stop Thrawn, everything will be in vain. You have no power.
Anakin spoke highly of you.
I'm not here to discuss my past.
We have a lot of work to do.
Once a rebel, always a rebel.
Okay, I mean,
Oh fuck yeah.
okay. I mean, look. Oh, whoops. Okay.
I mean, just fuck yeah.
Okay. So I think that might be all we see of Ezra
Yeah.
Bridger.
I don't think that's all we
they're
see of
gonna-
Ezra. Well, this isn't a
Thrawn.
This isn't a full series. This is a mini series, isn't it? It's a limited series.
I don't know. Come on, up. You want to be a part of the stream? You think they're gonna?
But you know what I honestly kind of hope. I hope they find
also
I hope they find Ezra, and I hope they find
Mandalorian
Ezra
Jedi.
dead. That's kind of like I'm really hoping they don't. I mean, Sabine, when she learned to use the Darksaber, she trained with Kanan. Like Kanan taught her how to use a lightsaber, essentially, when she trained to use the Darksaber. But I'm really hoping they don't try to be like suddenly like, oh, and Sabine was force sensitive this whole time. So it's like, no, she wasn't. No, she fucking wasn't.
She was just holding a lightsaber. She called
That
Ahsoka
was-
Master.
That was Ezra's lightsaber, though.
Yeah, but she called Ahsoka Master.
Yeah, but she did it.
Yo,
That's
if
right.
she's gonna be force sensitive, they're gonna make her the Jedi.
Well, okay, then here's my thing. If they're gonna try to make Sabine force sensitive, she rolled with Kanan a lot longer than Ezra did. Why didn't Kanan pick up on that?
I mean, yeah, they'll probably just save it with a line like he tried, but she didn't want to.
I don't want Sabine to be a Jedi. It's good enough that she's the fuck up Mandalorian. And I mean, it makes sense that she knows how to use a lightsaber because Kanan taught her how to use a lightsaber because she couldn't use the Darksaber for shit when she had it. There was like you remember like the 2 or 3 episode arc where he teaches her how to use the Darksaber.
Let's go one more.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh
go one
yeah.
more.
Give it to me again. I need all of it.
One must destroy in order to create. We are no Jedi.
I started hearing of Thrawn's return as heir to the Empire.
What happens when we find Thrawn?
Power, such as you've never dreamed.
I've spent most of my life fighting a war. That's why I'm trying to convince you to help me prevent another one.
You and I both know who could help you with this. She's still as ever.
I bet your master found you difficult at times.
I got to finish my training. I walked away from him, just like I walked away from Sabine.
You never made things easy for me, Master.
As a Jedi, sometimes you have to make the decision no one else can. But I'm counting on you to see this through.
Nice haircut. Sometimes we have to do what's right, regardless of our personal feelings.
Buckle up.
That's a fucking Purgle.
Everything, regardless.
They're flying around a Purgle.
Wow.
If we don't stop Thrawn, everything will be in vain.
He looks like Robert Patrick right there.
Yeah, he kind of really does.
You have no power.
Anakin spoke highly of you.
I'm not here to discuss my past.
We have a lot of work to do.
Once a rebel, always a rebel.
Who was that?
Who was who?
I'm not here to discuss my past.
We have a lot of work to do.
Once a rebel, always a rebel.
That.
That's Sabine.
Oh, okay, I didn't realize.
We have a lot of work to do.
Once a rebel, always a rebel.
Some dude whose ass she's kicking. Star Wars.
He looks like a medieval knight. This guy.
He looks like the Inquisitor in Rebels. Or any of the Inquisitors in Rebels, really. Fuck yeah. Give me all of it.
I'm pretty sure Kathy Kennedy got fired.
Good. Fuck her. Good.
Don't say that, dude. Don't say that.
Let Filoni and Favreau do it. She's an idiot.
No, she's not. She's instrumental to all of the movies getting made.
She said that there's no source material for them to base new properties on because they don't have novels and comic books.
Yeah, no, we've talked about that.
And then she said that Lucas didn't write a treatment for a sequel trilogy. She may not be an idiot, but she was not the right person for this job.
You know what that is, though? That might be her not being aware of how much the fandom knows.
See, that's a bigger problem to me. Like, if you don't know that this, like, 20, 30 years, honestly, 30, 40 years worth of expanded content exists to the property you're in charge of.
40 years.
I'm thinking like the expanded universe shit because that didn't really start until like after Jedi. But like if you don't know that all of that, like Heir to the Empire, that line, they're saying this is going to be Filoni adapting that storyline. The whole Thrawn Heir to the Empire run of novels. And that his movie would essentially be the Heir to the Empire movie.
It's all Rebels, dude.
It's 100% Rebels.
But what they're following more precisely to a T is Batman the Animated Series, Chris Nolan Batman. Like, that's what they're doing, you know. But Filoni was just in charge of the animated series, so it's like super clear. I think, they're going to do a good job with it.
They gave Paul Dini a live action Batman movie. It's the kind of shit he would do with it.
They should have.
They still should. They still should.
I mean, do you see what Kevin Smith said about The Flash?
No.
He was talking to one of the guys who is like...
Oh, no, yeah, I did. The guy that said that if that had been successful, they were going to give Keaton another go.
And it was going to be Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
I think that movie not doing well really I think that movie not doing well or as good done is really going to have a negative effect on movies getting made next year. Hopefully it's like Oppenheimer and Indiana Jones can sort of pull it out for us, but even Indy's suffering, you know.
Oh well, yeah, because I mean, like Indy and the same thing, not the same thing, but a similar thing to Flash, where it's like the number one thing that I've heard about Indy is that it's worse than Crystal Skull. And if you tell me it's worse than Crystal Skull, like, but I'm not going to go see it in theaters. I'm going to wait until I can stream it at home.
Right. The thing that you used to go and buy a ticket to see, they've run out of titles for that type of exhibition sale now. So if it's something that's like even Fast 10, it's like, well, I'll just watch it at home because
I mean,
now it's serialized and with serialized content, I'm taught to watch it at home.
Well, I mean,
So
honestly,
I want to
even
see something new in the theater.
like
You gotta
even
give
then,
me a reason to go see it. You know,
I dislike going to theaters so much that now that it's like most movies that I want to see are on Prime for a $20 rental within like 2 weeks of their theatrical release. So it's like I can just fucking wait and watch it at home where I can pause it and where I can like go to the bathroom and shit and not have to deal with 40,000 other people sitting around me because I don't like fucking people. I don't want to be around large crowds of people. So I don't like going to the movie theater. I like everything I've seen this year that's been in theaters, I've waited and rented it on Amazon when they've done their like in theater rentals. And it'll be the same with indie because it's like, I mean, the two big things I heard about indie was that one, it's worse than Crystal Skull, and two, that Phoebe Waller-Bridge's character is just mean to him the entire movie. And I'm like, so
well, this is the problem, right? This is the problem.
Stand.
All right.
You want me to go? You want me to go? You want you to go? What do you want to do?
No, yeah, go ahead.
Problem with it is Crystal Skull. He was old.
Yeah, now he's older.
Yeah. And this really does feel like a cash grab. And as much as I love Phoebe Waller-Bridge and I think she's brilliant, they're doing the thing that it's like a box office draw type of thing.
Yeah,
like,
it's the same
and
as
this
Shia
is
and Crystal
Indiana
Skull.
Jones and Fleabag. And it's like, okay,
Yeah.
you put two things that are popular together, but like, did you really check and make sure that this, or did you just basically like get one of the best fucking directors out there right now?
Yeah, I do like
and threw him what you could throw him, and because it's indie, nobody said no to it. It's like,
yeah,
how as a creative person do you turn down Indiana Jones? Phoebe Waller-Bridge needs to have, in order to make the movie the best version of indie, you need somebody caring about that.
Yeah.
And like, not for nothing, I'm not saying James Mangold isn't capable of that. He's one of my absolute favorite directors, and I'm going to watch this thing. But I do think we got the guy who told old man story with Logan.
Yeah.
To tell this old man story. We got Fleabag, and we're getting everybody who back in and do a spin at it. But the young who is problematic and we certainly can't have in the movie, we're gonna kill him off.
Well, they don't kill Indy.
No. In a line.
Oh yeah, no, I did hear about that. That they
and
that's my thing. It's like that's Phoebe Waller-Bridge is the exact same thing as Shia. They're like, back then it was like, oh, he's hot and popular, let's throw him in this and have him be Indy's son. But yeah, then he dies in Vietnam.
No, Shia at the time had franchise picture.
Mm-hmm.
So it made sense for him to be. It's the Uncharted movie.
Yeah.
It's Tom Holland. It made sense for him to come and be number 4 on the call.
Yeah.
Under these greats and tell this story. And I mean, he blew it. You know what I mean?
I think my big like nerd nitpicky issue with Crystal Skull and Dial of Destiny, and why like largely that franchise ends with Last Crusade for me. He drank from the Holy Grail at the end of Last Crusade. He shouldn't be aging. Indy's immortal. Because he drank from the...
Leave it to you to focus on the only thing Lucas cared about that.
Yeah!
The only fucking story point that he kept on trying to get in for 3 years. Of course, you're like, yeah, the Holy Grail.
I mean, Last Crusade.
It is the least important part of that movie.
Last Crusade. Last Crusade is my favorite one. We named the dog Indiana.
I mean, Sean Connery is amazing. Sean
Henry
Connery's
Jones
amazing,
Jr..
and River Phoenix.
Oh yeah,
River
fucking
is
crushes that opening of that movie.
Yeah, and
that's what put him on my radar. I saw him in
but-
that before I saw Stand By Me.
but you can see the filmmaking in that opening part.
Oh yeah,
It is so over the top, like dime store novel.
but that's the point.
Wink to the camera filmmaking that in Crystal Skull, when people, that was a bunch of dumb, crazy shit was happening. It's like
They just went too over the top with it with Crystal Skull.
No, they didn't. If Crystal Skull came out today, right? If Dial of Destiny was Crystal Skull, it would be more appreciated because all of that conversation about the aliens has been talked about now. We're now in a time post Alex Jones and Ancient Aliens, so all of that would have more of a context. You know?
See, that's honestly my big
Came out of
issue with
left
Crystal
field
Skull
because it wasn't
Yeah.
history.
That's
but it is. It's cryptozoology history.
yeah. That's my
it
big
makes
issue with
sense.
Crystal Skull is like very randomly having indie fight aliens. That felt that movie suffers from the I don't want to say lazier, but like the worst of Lucas's storytelling instincts.
That was a studio movie. That was
Yes.
not the artists getting together saying we got to do it. You know, and
In terms of
generally speaking, that just makes a bad movie.
In terms of the Flash, I mean the Flash suffered from the exact same thing, but it's like the Flash was they Warner Brothers talked about how like Ezra Miller is a massive piece of shit, but we can't pull this movie on par with The Dark Knight is what they said, and people got so hyped. But then it's like you bring in James Gunn, and James Gunn goes, "Hey, guess what? None of this matters because I'm going to make it all quirky Guardians of the Galaxy shit now." So it's like nobody. It's the same reason. I mean, one of the many reasons why the Shazam sequel ate shit. Because it's like none of it fucking matters anymore.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think the main story of it, right, is that it's the end of the Zack Snyder verse.
Which have you heard about the original ending to it?
No, what was the original ending?
So there's a scene that takes place at the very end of the movie, which, like, as hyped as I was for Keaton, and as much as I've heard like he carries the fucking movie, the scene at the end makes me not want to watch this movie at all.
George Clooney?
Yeah. Because originally that was supposed to be Ezra on the steps of the courthouse, and it's Affleck and Gal Gadot that come to him and like
Justice League and close out the original Justice League. And James Gunn trashed
that to be like, let's have a few yucks and throw Clooney back in there. Who the fuck asked for George Clooney back in there? What fan of what DC fan, what Justice League fan, what Batman fan, what DC fan in general was like, it will make this movie perfect? The worst Batman.
I think it makes sense. You don't have the rogues gallery that the Spider-Man movie has. You don't have the ability.
Man, none of them were established enough.
Right. So what you need to do is you need to go full Spider-Man the way they did, where it's like every Spider-Man ever, And so I just think like we've seen Batman Ben Affleck, we've seen Batman Michael Keaton. You're really not expecting George Clooney.
No.
Like
I would have taken Val Kilmer over him.
Pseudo comedy. Well, Val Kilmer can't speak, so
he doesn't need to.
Bro.
He was pretty good in Top Gun.
God bless him.
Yes. I do love Val Kilmer.
But it's the same thing as like we got Tim. Yeah, he's a dude in unfortunately, he is a disabled person. He's a dude in a wheelchair who can't really
That's true.
act. So it's
I mean, it's like Christian Bale said that if
but it's great
Christian
to get him in there. It's also like you're gonna take a moment to bum the audience out. Val Kilmer looks like now.
I mean, yeah, that scene in Top Gun is depressing as shit.
Right. And I think that's just my point here. It's not that he's not a better he's clearly a better Batman than George Clooney, but you know, Clooney's a movie star and he's just sort of playing himself. He's like, nah. You know what I mean?
That's the fucked up thing is Christian Bale's been like, I would have done it if they would have asked. It's like, we could have had you. Are you fucking kidding me? Instead, we got
high passed
fucking Clooney.
Well, dude, Clooney's not bad.
No, but he's bad in that movie. I used to have a friend who played basketball with Clooney every Sunday.
Who?
He said that. I mean, he's not really a friend anymore. So I'll tell you off stream.
Do I know?
No. I mean, that's not as weird as I made that sound. But no, like he used to play basketball with Clooney every Sunday, and he said Clooney keeps his bat suit in a display case in his house in LA.
That's cool.
And when he asked him, like, you hate this movie, you hate this performance, why do you keep the suit? He said to remind him of his mistakes. That he keeps his bat suit to remind him of a fuck up.
Yeah, I think it's just don't let money get in the way, or don't
because that
money.
Yeah. Like, but you don't keep anything from Ocean's 13?
No, he's got to stay. This business, you need to humble yourself all the time, and like.
I mean, if I was worst Batman, if I had the suit still, I'd probably wear it a lot. And I'd be like, "Fuck
all right,
you,
well,
I'm the best Batman."
I guess we'll leave on that. Anything you want to tell the people? Cyrus Stone.
Oh.
No.
I mean, I wasn't planning on promoting him here.
Okay.
But we can. I mean,
I helped him develop it a little bit. It's coming out. You can pre-order the Kindle on Amazon now.
Kindle can pre-order now. Hardcover and paperback are October 13th.
Right on. And I'm going to be reading the part of Cyrus. I will be Cyrus.
Yeah, you're
I will be reading Cyrus and some of the stuff coming out. So keep your eyes peeled for that. All right. I love you, Adam.
I love you too, buddy.
Thank you for coming to Tono Tuesday. I've been Arnie Shulman. Ciao, ciao, baby. Ciao, ciao.